Jala Bandha is it's all about closing this throat area and keeping the base of the skull, so that's here, this little bit here, high there. Which now also changes the placement of the tongue, which has many problems attached to it, health problems attached to it. If you're this mouth breathing, like this, look at my head has come forward there. Sleep apnea, massive thing for this as well as not utilising lung capacity or the power of your breath properly, as well as just Google it, what happens when breathing is incorrect, and also even the placement of the tongue, where it should be, because in Jala Bandha, when you're doing it properly, your head is back like this, the chin closer to the body rather than here, there's further away from the body, and look how misaligned I am now. So I'm stuck with shallow breathing. Exhale, you see here, this is that movement. From there, we're now closing that distance and bringing length to the back of the neck there for Jala Bandha. And that will change the position of the tongue, as well as change the whole way that you breathe. The whole of your breathing system encourages depth of the breath. With the oxygen as well, you're increasing the amount of oxygen that is being circulated through the body systems via the blood as well. Through that increase of oxygen, now you're creating help to the body systems. The thyroid is responsible for messages to the body, so it's very much hormonal. The bandhas, the 3 bandhas, are found in the spine area, just like the main chakras are of the spine. So your lower is Mula, the mid is Uddiyana, and the top of the spine towards the brainstem is Jala Bandha. There are a lot of people that are breathing like this. Mouths are open. The tongue is especially important with Jala Bandha. So the tongue placement should be at the back of the mouth for maximum efficiency. And actually, the bandhas are all about efficiency of energy to create longevity. So we're having a look at Jala Bandha, which is an energy lock. Locks are created to increase longevity of the vital essences, which is prana and ojas, which creates the luster in the body, or let's say the shining or the glow of the body. So there are 3 vital essences: prana, ojas, tejas. If ojas and prana are equal, it creates tejas. So they're all equally distributed, like a triangle. They are like the trinity, the triangle of health to your body. So bandhas are used to keep hold of that energy rather than like let it out. So here, that's me letting my vital essence go willy-nilly. For yoga practices, because it's energetic, you create direction and also longevity of the vital essences that you're working with, ojas, pranas, to create tejas.
Stop watching till the smiles begin. Will you take me in? Will you take me in? You won't stop moving till the sun shines in. Will you take
Asanas
me in?
provide form, alignment and length. In fact, for the purpose of correct breathing, bandhas start to come naturally as well with this correct form. So you'll naturally get muscular contractions that occur. Let's say your mountain posture, I always emphasise chin in towards the chest without any kind of drop here and never any looking up. This looking up changes the placement of your tongue. So the placement of your tongue naturally goes towards the front of the mouth, when naturally it should be towards the back of the mouth. The alignment you want to be able to maintain, here there is extension of the throat, flexion of the neck. There's the direct opposite. So now it really creates like a double chin effect there. Oh my God, double chin alert. But it's that movement, that not this drop, that makes the head lean forward. And obviously it's never going to be up like this, which encourages like the wrong form of breathing. In fact, trouble associated with having the tongue placed in the wrong part of the mouth includes things like sleep apnea and breathing problems. And this Jala Bandha is all about creating longevity through the breath. This is the part here that you want to drop the chin into. So basically you're closing the distance of the throat there by extension of the neck. And when that happens, the natural lock occurs and your breathing changes to quite a loud breath. Posture first and then the bandha, because the bandha is a result of your posture. If you have a posture like this becomes difficult because you're going to have to train the body back into place again. So when you train the body back into the place, you're going to get the tongue movement to the back of the mouth as well, which now you're coming into correct breathing mode. Let's say there, your tongue is forward. Have a go, push your head forward and see what happens to the tongue. It's going to go towards the front of the mouth. And also it may stay, so not touching at the top jaw, but it may stay towards the middle and touch nothing there. So you actually have to push the tongue up to the palate of the mouth there. And then if you brought your head back into place here, the tongue naturally goes up and towards the back of the mouth there. That's very important in this Jala Bandha here. So what you would be practicing is here, inhale, up, exhale, maintaining that alignment. So you may feel like you're walking around like this, like that there. You see there, I'm having to push the base of the skull back there to keep that alignment there, to get the neck long. You see there? You see? The neck is long and you're going to feel like it's being pushed back to keep that alignment. So for you to practice, your practice is going to look something like this. And you can even use the hands. One hand on the base of the skull. So here, my left hand is on the base of the skull, here. My right hand to the chin. Inhale, allow the lift. Exhale, start to bring the chin in and gain as much length to the base of the skull there. If it moves forward now like this, you've now shrunken into the chest, which is wrong. If I inhale, you see here, my hand goes lower. Exhale, it goes higher. You want it to the highest point without it now losing distance by dropping back down. There's my dropping back down. So what you'll find is in Jala Bandha, your breathing rate will slow down, your oxygen intake will increase, as well as your exhale capacity will increase. sitting here on the knees with the spine straight, because you're never going to achieve anything through this posture like this. So if you have lack of hip flexibility, and this is why yoga uses the entire body, because everything is related to everything and has a knock-on effect. So I always have my hands like this on the knees with these elbows open, the inside of the elbows upwards, because if they start to move, that becomes that rounding in of the chest there. So this brings the shoulders away from the ears and also keeps an open chest. So one exercise I'm going to show you for extension of the neck and that close of the throat is going to be plough. So plough, you have to have shoulder stand correct. Inhaling up, there's my neck. The base of the skull is to the floor here, and my neck is to the floor. Exhale, lower one leg, followed by the other leg on the exhale. So here, you can see there, you're now creating length to the back of the skull and bringing the chin in towards the chest there. So that becomes an exercise that also you'll feel the depth of the breath through this exercise, and it's kind of quite similar to when people go scuba diving. Their problems start to happen because they feel like they can't breathe. So this can happen in shoulder stand. You can get the feeling that you can't breathe, and the key is to be able to relax. You're breathing only through the nose. Your breath is becoming slower but deeper. So it's a time to start to explore that breathing. You'll start to hear it when it's done properly. Once you relax, you'll start to hear the breath, and you'll see it, you'll feel it in the abdominals. So you'll feel the inhale, that press, and then exhale. Becomes very slow, controlled, deep. And the idea here for Halasana, which is plough, is to look at what the neck is doing, the extension of the neck there, the base of the skull, and the closing of that throat area, but while in a line. The line is the mat there.